Thank you. Luke Armour, alcoholic. Hi, everybody. What a treat. What a joy. Alice, your fan club president out here in the bluegrass, loves you and thanks you. A recent conversation, this great lady says to me, she's undeterred by her own inabilities. I love that. There's no stopping you, in other words. Exactly. And just a pleasure and a joy. Thank you. Thank you for the honor of being back here at the Fellowship of the Spirit. Ali and my friend Raquel and all of you in this together. Family sounds good to me. Deep connections, community of spirit building here every day in sobriety, ties that are beyond description, and they're wonderful and I believe made to last forever, that what we're doing here is of eternal import. So good, so good. That's just good shout for joy. I have a sobriety date. That's November 11th, 1989, Armistice Day, and the war was over for this old boy. And it's funny, not everyone can say this, but I bought my last beers just down the road here in a place called Culvertown, which is not actually a town. It's just a wide spot in the road. So I bought these beers, and that was the end of it, thank God. The curious thing is that today my home group is right next door to that store, and I don't know that everyone can say that exactly or even needs to, but Culvertown Monday night is my home group, and wouldn't think of being anywhere else on a Monday night except right there, of course, apart from another AA commitment. We had our 32nd anniversary meeting there last night, and it was just sublime from start to finish. A sacred occasion. We gathered and celebrated and thanked God for the miracle of our home group and so on. And this precious, precious lady, a home group member, gave her very first AA message, and we were all cheering and uplifted and overjoyed to share that very special occasion with our precious friend there in the home group. So we just carry on there, Culvertown Monday night. I have a sponsor, and here he is. Kind of looks like me, doesn't it? Somebody just gave me this the other day. I couldn't resist. Actually, my sponsor's name is Richard, and I talked to him earlier this morning. He said he was so sorry we didn't get to talk too much on Saturday night. I said, well, you were kind of busy. You were getting married, so you had stuff on your mind, and you're excused for this once. I thought, Richard, worry about talking to me when this whole room. So that was another banner occasion of love and fellowship and ties and family. My sponsor got married to Terry, and we were there to cheer them on, pray for them, love them, and get them going into life here today. So those are some of the preliminaries, I guess, folks. And I am speaking to you from the music room at the Abbey of Gethsemane, Trappist, Kentucky, the oldest abbey in America. And yours truly gets to live here 51 years so far, leading the songs, leading the praises. Couldn't have done that before sobriety, and have this just great sense of mission and purpose and direction every day, awakening up here at the Abbey, and get to join in with my 35 brothers with a step 11 exercise 7 times a day, in fact, singing praises together. That is really more than I could have ever asked or wished or dreamed. Grace of the loving hand of God that lets me do this and has me doing this in a way that I feel, again, like the community we build is for all eternity, making these sounds of praise and so on here at the Abbey. Thing about it, of course, these days is it is a sober song, thank God. And I just would like to say it works. It really does. Otherwise, this old schlep would have been lost out, cast out, who knows where these days. I've been spared. I've been treated well. and the care of God pumping all over the place for this old guy. For sure, for sure. Think of Bill Wilson quote that's a great favorite of mine. Step 11, his step into the sunshine. And that resonates for me. That really does the job for me. And Bill, thank you for that. The big book text, keep right here, that wonderful refrain, that formula, if you will. We ask God. My experience, that really works too. The understatement of the evening, my friends. I ask God for direction upon awakening. Every day I wake up empty, shot, kind of lost. And who knows? It's almost as if it's untreated alcoholism, ready to face the day. This old boy grabs the spiritual toolkit upon awakening. What I did yesterday was a wonderful day of sober service and joy and community and fellowship, but it's a canceled check when I wake up this morning, at least is my experience. And so what I do is grab the spiritual toolkit upon awakening. I ask God to direct my thinking. I ask him to remind me that I'm powerless over alcohol, of life's unmanageability. I enter the world of the spirit as best as I can, feebly, tentatively, just giving it a shot and turning my will and my life over in step 3. A lovely morning prayer in the book, I think it's page 83, where I ask God to show me the way of patience, tolerance, kindliness, and love. Funny, it kind of reminds me of an old Irish drinking song, Show Me the Way to Go Home, but there's a whole different cast to it today. And so the 7-step prayer, of course, renewal, immediately. Take from me everything that stands in the way of my usefulness. Sober guy on duty today. Sobriety is going to be above the horizon, a real piece of business for this old guy. Sober guy on duty, taking the gift seriously, not taking Luke Armour any too seriously, we hope. You don't want to be slowed down or caught up with that kind of distraction. So that's what I do, friends. I ask God and go charging into the day. Sober guy who is eager, ready, and raring to go. So that's my desire and my hopes and my wishes. Improved conscious contact. And I feel quietly certain, and my list of certainties is actually kind of small these days, but I'm certain that God's desire is as strong as mine, that I should keep coming back to him for the power. I need to keep coming back to the source, to the wellspring, the foundation stone, the engine, the launch pad, the rocket fuel, and the oxygen for this one day's reprieve from active alcoholism, so I can be his agent and his guy, his representative, spearhead of his creation in my world today. Prayer for me, like light, air, and food. Improving conscious contact in prayer, my friends. This is so deep and mysterious. It's like it's the truest expression of who I really am. And that, I believe, is God's precious kid, redeemed, temple of the Spirit. And what I am, the truth of what I am, poor, out of power, driven by 100 forms of fear, even in sobriety. I'm naming the game, friends. I'm fragmented, just making it. Needing God more than ever. It's not as if a number of 24s sober and active member of Alcoholics Anonymous, makes me debonair, cool as can be, and just kind of, how shall we say, at ease with this. I'm not. I'm just making it. And so the miracle of the daily reprieve, this monumental reassurance that my prayers are answered, even prayers that I dare not ask. What gives me this reassurance, friends, this joy, this hope, of course, is what I like to call the elephant, this big elephant in the middle of the room here. This one day's reprieve, my miracle of sobriety from the loving hand of God, assures me, nudges me, come on, God is saying, ask me, come on, I'm ready. I'm crazy for you. You are my beloved son. And what God wills is obviously rich, expansive, generous in the realm of the Spirit. Come on in, guy. Jump in both feet. You've got a day sober. Sobriety is the promise and the baseline. And so, friends, the gift of the consciousness of the presence, the mainstay of my life, my heart and soul, all my hopes, all my joys. I'm conscious of that presence, claiming the power, going down deep, as it says on page 55. We have this funny hand signal around here. 55, go down deep. Find that presence. There, I'm going to encounter someone who is for me, who is more for me than I am for myself. I'm going to find someone down there in conscious contact who is with me more than I am with myself. Someone transcendent who is guiding, holding, caring for me. Conscious contact with God in step 11 gives me a sense of abundance, a joy from the connectedness. Not that I can quantify this or describe this or even measure it with any kind of precision. It's all in the believing, in the tremendous mystery of this one day sober and the miracle life that God has given me with you in the program and the fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous. I could shout for joy. Nothing more than a needy child connecting with a loving parent. Conscious contact, going down deep. And all I need to do, so to speak, click the on switch. And it's happening. So, friends, improving conscious contact, prayer, meditation, from what little I know about it, meager, leads me from that wretched disconnect, that madness of alcoholism, to the deep, wondrous, day-at-a-time communion with the joyous, vital will of the Father. That will changes me, transforms my thought and attitude so that I can get over alcoholism for today. And I like to think of this, even because I'm belligerent and I'm alcoholic, as an act of opposition, resistance, if you will, to the hopelessness, the terror, bewilderment, indifference, frustration, despair, negativity that still clearly appear to be my default settings until I pick up the kit of spiritual tools, claim the power, and enter once again into being God's guy, sober today. What little I know about it, friends, to claim the power is to claim the love. And to claim the love is to get into action, as our program urges me every day, It's great that the old boy's not drinking, but so what? Unless I'm responding to this miracle, sober guy on duty, on the mission, into usefulness, into service, into every way possible. Like a magnet, I simply cannot resist. Friends, when I'm drifting, when I'm disconnected from the power, which of course is off again, on again, as the truth of it is for me, when I'm on my own, that ego inflation is so clear to me. It discomforts me. It nudges me back into the spirit. I know there's something more. There's something better than my default setting of RIDS, restless, irritable, and so on. And so I can give all up that negativity and claim the power, claim the love, be that sober guy again. Every prayer bespeaks an awakening, a newness for me, snapping out of that trance of indifference and from the madness of the disease, which only spiritual experience can conquer. So, friends, as I mentioned, the key of the day, opening all of up that and all through the day, praises, prayers, invocations, calling on the name, simple little mantras, your will be done. I'm no longer running the show. How can I serve? Yes, praise, thanks. Let the light of the Spirit in. And I seek to know and love God's plan today. I want to enter into it enthusiastically so that this one day's reprieve is not squandered, not a minute of it. More conscious contact, more power, more light. I want to perfect and enlarge the spiritual life through work and self-sacrifice, as the book urges me, pages 14 and 15, so that I can be building that community of love with every blessed interaction. So, keeping it simple always, always works for this old guy, even more so as I go along. A meditation. Breathe in the love. Breathe out the fear. And let that love and spirit grow in me with every breath. How can I serve? My prayer, my goal, friends, is to find the Spirit's center and to live from that center of gravity and presence. And you know what happens when I do? Life on the edges has nowhere near the effect to disturb or bother me. And it's even a great little, what shall I say, litmus test or, it shows me if I'm bothered, if I'm disturbed at any time during my day, I need to take a check on the quality of my conscious contact, because clearly it's fading. And so it's just a little bleep, bleep field sobriety test. I'm disturbed. I need to take the action. Return to center where spirit dwells, and I can be rooted in the peace, the love, and so on. If I'm neglecting prayer, I'm going to have lots of time for the trouble. And I don't want that. I want the joy of living sober. Who kneels before God, as someone said, can stand up for anything. And so I have this sense of quiet urgency to live rooted in prayer and in conscious contact. For I believe the fruit of prayer and conscious contact is faith. The fruit of faith is love. The fruit of love is service. The fruit of service is joy. And as you all know, the joy of living is the theme of AA's 12th step, for where I'm going on out from here, carrying a message, proclaiming the story, and telling what God has done for me in Alcoholics Anonymous and in sobriety, going forward with that in a way that is just the best. I can't get enough of it. I want to click into that sobriety throughout my day. I'm a greedy drunk who wants all the benefits of 12-step practice. and so I can live happily and usefully whole while trudging forward briskly. And so today, friends, just to kind of spin around, reflect on it with a little bit of fun, I hope, because that's what it is for me. What makes this happen? What clears the path? What energizes my soul? What grows my heart? What lightens the load for me? What resets my day? What refocuses that keen alcoholic thinking that still can trouble me? What rekindles the fire and gets the old boy into action? What snaps me up, flips the awareness switch, the gratitude, the wakefulness? Easy answer. I move to that center of presence, claim the power, live from the power, with the one who loves, rescue me, guides me. Page 45 of our book tells me finding that power is what it's all about, and by extension, what all my work in recovery is about as well. And so I have this acronym as I go through the day, ICC. Improve conscious contact, dude. Seek the knowledge of his will. Wake up, wake up. You've got the power. The power changes everything. The power opens the doors of my heart, brings on new, unforeseen possibilities, widens the lens, puts a smile on my face, brings today's drama of life into perspective, into pleasure, into fulfillment, because God is the director, the producer, the star. Every interaction, every event just has the shining quality of the Spirit to it if I'm awake with the ICC. Maintaining the consciousness is surely God's will for me as well. Someone told me, or I read somewhere, that God is a Kentucky gentleman, as William Faulkner suggests in his novel, The Sound and the Fury. That is to say, he does not come in uninvited. He does not stay unwelcome. But the invitation, the welcome, and God is my agent, God is my Father, God is my friend, God is my companion. So this beggar at the feast is using ICC as often as I possibly can bring to consciousness with the grace of God throughout my days. For me, friends, ICC rekindles that mysterious connection with God who rescued me and put me in the lifeboat of Alcoholics Anonymous and set my feet on a path that really goes somewhere, that goes forward every blessed day. I'm 74 years old now, in what I like to think of the twilight of life, the evening of life. And so packing it in with a verb that I want to really focus on and really make it the important dynamic and energy of my days. ICC, step 11 energy, moves me forward, keeps my tank full and my foot on the gas to direct my thinking into a healthy mindfulness of what I need to be doing, what I need to ignore, what I need to let loose of, what I need to remember, especially how lost and adrift I can easily become in a heartbeat without the spiritual toolkit right out there and the AA fellowship as well. During this human experience, full with spiritual longing, high hopes, lower demands, I hope, and expectations for this one day, Friends, improving conscious contact lights up this old guy, softens and illumines every conversation, every interaction, puts a smile on my face, and reminds me to keep my sober reading glasses on in the event of any speed bumps in today's drama, to be sober, considerate, and helpful, as the book says. I think that's page 99, regardless of what anyone says or does. Not reactive, porky, indignant, but interpreting what they do say and think from the depths of my spirit, alive in conscious contact with the soul, awake, taking a new attitude. What's going on here, bub? Draw from the lessons, skate by the conflicts. You don't have time for this. Those circus clowns and distraction are great and amusing and part of the show, but not especially worthy of this sober guy's 24-hour mission. I ain't squandering a minute that could have been worthwhile on the mission. So, friends, improving conscious contact energizes me. Prayer reminds me that God has brought me this far, way down the road, day at a time drill, and the miraculous daily reprieves have easily been the most satisfying times of my life. God will pull this jumbled ragtag story of Luke Armour together perfectly in his plan. Not that I have anything much to do with it, and sure, frankly, don't even see it much happening. But I have this trust that God's skills will do away with my worrying, judging, trying to arrange the players, and just bring this to a glorious resolution in his way and in his time. Improving conscious contact, friends, lightens the loads for me, lets me pick up the pace, encourages me to cut everybody a lot of slack, to be merciful and kind-hearted to all who are surely doing their best and who God knows have been kind-hearted and tolerant for this old guy. Let me practice the AA code of love and tolerance with everyone whom I meet this one day, indeed. Improved conscious contact deflates ego on the spot, fastens my soul back to God, brings about a sense of abundance, joy, comfort, and serenity. I'm no longer running the show. Your will be done. Your will be done. Improved conscious contact in step 11 keeps me right-sized, amazed, grateful, in my lane, willing to let go of old ideas like my way counts, my way's the one, I'm right, determined to let you know it, eager to instead extend the arms of forgiveness, show respect and enjoyment of differences, understand, respect other people's viewpoints and shortcomings so that I can be more useful. I think that's page 19 and 20. Reminds me to pause when agitated or doubtful, keeps me on guard from the subtle insanity of alcoholic thinking, such as, what was all the fuss about it anyway? I could probably get away with a few drinks, and I don't ever want to go there, friends. But the maintenance, the ICC keeps me on my toes. To wrap up here, improving conscious contact, the grace of step 11, cleans my eyeglasses, reaffirms my mission, and I sure as heck need that. I need a lot of reminders for the purpose, the direction, to help me let loose of my obstinacy, defiancy, sensitivity, morbid reflections on the past. Keep me open-minded, God, with the improved conscious contact. Keep me cooperative, humble, reasonable. Reframe my frail believing. Step up my fragile acceptance. Jostle my default setting of restlessness, irritability, discontent. Reignite my joy and freedom. Keep me on the path that really goes somewhere. Let me show love in every instance. Grateful, gratitude, joy, everything. ICC, folks, it works for me. It really does. Best sober Kentucky love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for letting me treat the disease and share at your beautiful meeting tonight. Love each and every one of you.
Sir, that's the wrong hand. Thank you, Luke. Lord. There we go.
Do you want me to come back to you, or are you okay?
Oh, it's fine. I can't really talk the cough, but my apologies. Wrong buttons. Don't give me buttons.
Okay. I am gonna, Andrew, if you want to come back in later, let me know. Serenity, come on in. Thank you for putting your camera on.
Are you asking me to come in? I can't hear him.
Yes, you're on. She said Serenity. That's you.
That's what's on your phone.
That's what's on your phone, Roman.
You ran
Serenity.
away. Serenity.
Okay, I was like, what? Okay. Hey, how you guys doing? Roman Alcoholic. Thank you so much for your share. I have a quick question. How do you stay in alignment with your spiritual connection when you're in the mainstream of life? So we get the tools to be a part of, to live life on life's terms. And I am struggling with being at work and not, I'm just getting walked on and used and ran over because I'm being spiritual and using the tools that are given to me. But everyone around me is not in the tools because it's work. So I'm in the mainstream of life. I have my tools and they're not working. What do I do in that situation? Do I just screw the connection with my power, or do I just hop into my defects of character and participate in the shadiness? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Roman. Brother Luke?
Roman, brother, take a place in line. Coming to center, off again, on again, as best as I know it. The trip from center to margins, to the edges, so to speak, sounds like a normal day, brother. And the return to center, the conscious contact, as easy as asking God, how shall I say? It works when I ask God. It's as easy as that. He's my experience. He is there and eager to bring you down deep to the peace, to the power, so that what they say, do, or think is our opportunity to live from the center and be living sober, practicing principles. God bless you, brother. I understand the struggle thoroughly.
Thank you, Brother Luke. My friend Raquel, come on in.
Hi, everybody. I'm Raquel Alcoholic. Hi, Luke.
Raquel,
Hi.
love you.
I love you too. Really missing you here. Can't wait to see you again. I actually want to tell you there were so many beautiful things you said. And you know how sometimes we hear things that we've heard before, but we never hear them until we really hear them? There were a couple of those today. One of them, when you said that you're fragmented. I love that. I really love that. I wish I remember more often that I am fragmented, but that the power is inside of me, that the power loves me, like what you said, that the power loves me more than what I love myself. I really love what you said. So many things. And also about the cancer check. It just made sense to me today. So it was wonderful. Thank you very much. It's a cancer check. What I did yesterday, cancer check. Let's get today sober and excited. But I do have a question. I think today when I heard you talk, when you said that you claim the power, I want to ask you, is there any verbiage or anything that is like, when you say I claim the power, talk to me about that. Was it too loose of a question?
Oh, thank you, Raquel. I love that. I should tell everybody we had dinner on Lexington Avenue a couple of years ago, right? That was pretty nice. Yeah. To claim the power is just for me, of course, to speak God's name and ask him to lighten my heart and bring me into the light. It's as easy as breathing. It hardly requires an effort because it's just for me to wake up. Yes, be the power, be the love. Call on God's name. Thank you, praise you. All of these incantations, if you will, all of these invocations are there. And I just know that the Father comes rushing. There's no stopping the power. Yeah. You're great, Raquel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love all of the connections that you have, Brother Luke. Marilyn, come on in, sweetheart.
Hi, Alice. Hello, family. My name is Marilyn. I am alcoholic. And thank you, Brother Luke. What a treat you are this evening. You said so many wonderful things. I do have a question, but you said so many beautiful things in such a beautiful way. You absolutely touched my soul. And I thank you for that. You talked about that wonderful refrain, that formula, we ask God. Oh, I thought that was beautiful. But my question is, you said when I'm disturbed, click, click, time for a field sobriety test. I love that. And then you said, what is my conscious contact with God? That ICC, that acronym, ICC. I'm going to keep that one. But I'd just like for you to talk a little more about that field sobriety test. You know, what does that kind of look like in the spiritual realm?
Oh, thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Los Angeles. Yeah. I have this idea that thanks to step 3, everything in the drama of life is ordered to my benefit today. Yeah. And it's for me to enter in and be renewed, be engaged by it as a sober guy, and not reactive or fearful or, how should we say, porky about anything. I mean, it can happen, but it's my idea of a litmus test for the quality of my conscious contact at the moment. So when I'm disturbed, or if there is some, how should we say, rough patch of personal relations, even here in a monastery, friends, it can happen. I need to be on my guard. I need to be conscious. I need to be sober and considerate. Things can go crinkly from time to time. And so that's when I know, bleep, bleep, go deep, 55, God is here. And it's for me to be showing my sober stuff with a newness and a freshness, a smile and a joy. Is not perfectly, friends. That would be a misrepresentation. A monk doesn't have to lie today. I mean, thanks, Marilyn. The field sobriety test right there. And is the sober guy going to step up to it? Here's hoping.
Thank you. Thank you for the question, Marilyn. My brother Nash, please come in.
Hi, everybody. Nash Alcoholic Luke, thank you so much. You got so much wisdom, and just the way you shared tonight, it was really beautiful. Clearly, you see life differently than you used to. That's for sure, right? And my question is on more on a personal level. I'm curious to know how if you have like downtime between prayers and your busy day, what are some of the things that maybe God has given you that you can appreciate today on your downtime as like a hobby or something like that you may. I heard you say something that you run the choir, and that's been given to you. Is there anything else that maybe God has given to you that you can appreciate today that you didn't have in the past?
Thank you very much, Nash. Thank you. Had the privilege of being in Toronto 2005, wasn't it, for the International? Yes, beautiful experience there. Aren't you kind? Yes, a monk is a man called by God to live the new life of the Spirit, radical, single-hearted, uncompromising. I love it more every day, 51 years into it. I like to say I'm starting to get the hang of it, and that's true. So that just like sobriety, no, how should we say, master level or spiritual hilltop experience as much. So yes, there are intervals. We're in the choir 7 times a day. Yours truly gets to pack fudge and do housework. I'm on KP duty. Absolutely love that. I had supper cleanup tonight before the meeting. Got to get those dishes in the tubs, and my sense of possibility is just, I can't wait. Oh boy, there's dishes to do, and all of that. A great unity of purpose here as a monk, and as a sober monk, it's always just beyond my wildest dreams of fulfillment and joy. How the grace of God worked this out for me when it could have been a very different story. I could have fallen on my face. These brothers could have, you understand.
Yeah.
Big, big miracle, Nesh. Thanks,
Yeah.
brother. Sober love to you, my man.
Thank you.
What a great answer. And I want to just go back to what I heard you say earlier, which is service leads to joy. So thank you for that. Come on in, Rachel.
Thank you so much, my friend Alice. Brother Luke, so good to see you. And again, so soon. I would love if you could share a little bit with us about handling grief and loss. We know we lose people in this program, those of us that do not get it. I lost a friend recently from this disease, and, you know, I often find that I can go to God and I'm okay, but this particular loss is hitting me quite hard, and I'm finding just a depth of sadness that I am really struggling with. And despite my connection with my higher power, it's hitting me harder than others have, and I could really use some of your wisdom in that area.
So kind of you, Rachel. So lovely to see you again so soon. Tell you a vignette. When I came here 51 years ago, within the first few days, I was walking outside by the library, and this wonderful old senior, Father Herbert, passed by me, and he didn't say hello or nice to see you or sure glad you're a member here at the Abbey. You know what he said? Brother, you've got to lose everything. I never forgot that. I am carrying that message of depth and mystery from the heart of Father Herbert to this day. And I treasure that message, Rachel, right from the beginning. The losses somehow are integral to the mystery, to my spiritual story. Maybe the best part, who knows, where I can't fathom, where I can't track, where I am grieved like you, of course, the comings and goings, the young people and the ghosting, and then I see their names in the obits and I think, Freddie, gone. Pete, gone. And I'm with you. It drives the air out of me in ways that I can only trust are life-giving and purposeful, and that God knows the deeper meaning. Of course, let's just speak again of the gratitude and the wonder of our own miraculous. There are no words, Rachel. Tremendous mystery, and it always will be a part of it. I'm with you in the sorrow and the grief. Somehow that propels our way forward too. I think. Thank you. Love you.
What a beautiful answer. Dave, come on in, please.
Thank you. My name's Dave Alcock. Thanks, Luke. It was interesting about the fruits of faith is love, and fruit of love is service, and fruit of service is joy. And I kind of like that, I really like that. And the thing about it is that I was I got the answer. You're able to leave that place and go out and, is that where you found the sobriety and AA a meeting? Or did you just through the spiritual and then go to a meeting? They didn't have meetings there, do they?
Thanks for your question, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Yes, this old monk is on the road on a regular basis. Funny you should ask. When I was a young monk, I hate to sound like Grandpa, there were years that I never left the property. Now I'm happy if I get to stay in a day and Zoom meetings. Yes, thanks, Dave. All over the place with meetings, and I've had the privilege of carrying the message all over America as well. And So yeah, the gravitational pull here of sobriety has been God's business. And I should tell you, this is my office, the music room, and the site of many, many what we like to call bootleg A&A meetings, spontaneous, where retreatants who come to our house, of course, they know about me by now, and we gather here all the time. So at home and on the road, this old boy is a grateful, active member. Thank you, Dave, for asking.
Thank you, Brother Luke, for your answer. Andrew, you have recovered. Come on in.
Andrew.
I thought that was Alcoholic Andrew. Allie, the team here at Fellowship of the Spirit. Thank you, Luke, Brother Luke. My question is, recently I've begun to realize that the entire book, my entire life, has to be about God. My recovery has to be about God. But I didn't want to complicate it. And so a little bits at a time, it dawns on me, in, through, and among us, this unseen, powerful hand. What do you think, or how do you respond to that? It's not out of the book, but it's something I've come up with. I'm going to shut off before I start coughing.
Oh, Andrew, don't go away. Help me. I'm not sure how to comment, brother.
In, through, and among us, this powerful hand of God that's always been there. I was such a doubter. But then I realized, the step 7 really, truly blew me out of the water. And then I understand why they put miracle in one of the second forward. And that's again in the book. And I thought, oh my God, invisible disease, invisible power. It blew me out of the water. What do you think about that? This power is always there anytime I want it, or just when I need it for my spiritual craziness?
Thanks, brother. Thanks. Who is it said God is everywhere except certain sections of New Jersey? I'm kidding. A chance to see him everywhere, my man. Absolutely. The invitation. He has a way of coming with some terrific disguises, as you know and I know, and that's the wonder of it as well. But the presence, all abiding as far as I know, and even in New Jersey. I love New Jersey. I grew up there. So yeah, the realm of the Spirit, broad, roomy, and all inclusive, right? Thank you.
Thank you. Samantha, we've got 1 minute. Come on in.
Hi, I'm an alcoholic. My name's Samantha, and yes, thank you everyone here at FOTS. I look forward every week to come here and just be in the light with the Step 11 speakers. And Luke, I was so touched right from the beginning when you're talking about your songs of joy 7 times a day. I just felt it went right in and through me and uplifted me, and every word you said from there on. So thank you so much. It was just such a beautiful, inspiring share. And like you said, it's simple, and I want to make it more and other and different, but it's just coming back to that center of what is. In the book, it talks about see where religious people are right, or what others have to offer. And I was just wondering if you had any specific supplements to the AA program, if you found certain books or others.
Thank you, Samantha. Great question.
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you. I would like to mention one title that I use, the work of Dr. Paul O., Dr. Alcoholic Addict, a book that I can't recommend highly enough. It's called You Can't Make Me Angry, about emotional independence and emotional sobriety. To me, brilliant, and I pass it around as much as I possibly can. Could I also say real quickly, my thanks, of course. People are asking about my contact. Alice, of course, has my contact. I am on Facebook, can do Messenger, and happy to be in conversation with anyone. Our monastery's website, monks.org. Monks.org. I do the contact page. Please, love to hear from anyone. Facebook, monks.org. Alice, thank you.
What a joy. Thank you so much. And Teresa.